Hi, I'm David Carter, and I'm here to talk about probeware. And when we talk about probeware, we're talking about a kind of a combination of things. The first thing being the probe themselves. For example, this force sensor, maybe this gas pressure sensor, pH sensor, a motion detector. And these devices measure physical attributes. And we plug these devices into interface devices, such as this GoLink. This is a single channel interface, and so we can plug in a sensor here. And then this device plugs into a computer via the USB port and allows the computer to make those measurements. Another way to do this would be to utilize the LabQuest unit. This is a standalone device that we have, and it's a multi-channel interface. It allows you to plug in more than one sensor at a time to make measurements, and so you could be using a variety of sensors there. And once you've made measurements, then you want to analyze your data. You could do so on board the device itself, or you could use the computer software like our Logger Pro software or our Logger Lite software to analyze that data. So let's just do a little example here with collecting some data with some probes. And so I'm going to start off here with the temperature sensor. So I'm going to take my LabQuest here and plug in the temperature sensor. And when I do that, the LabQuest identifies it. And we're here on the meter screen. And if you look right here, it says the temperature currently is 22.8 degrees C. If I wanted to change those units, I could just tap there on the view there, and we see I could do it in Celsius, Fahrenheit, or Kelvin if I wanted to. I'm not going to change those, but it's possible. And so what I want to do is have it start to collect data, and then I'm going to grab the end of the sensor there with my hand and see if it begins to change. So I will press collect. And it starts to collect some data, and I grab the sensor, and then I just hold it in my hand. And assuming my hand is warmer than the background, the temperature starts to increase. You'll notice that it's graphing the data real time. It's collecting 2 points per second and displaying that as it graphs. And so that indeed my hand is warmer than the room. So it's increasing there. Oh, that's good enough. So let's stop that. When I stopped collection, the LabQuest auto-scaled the graph, and so it just allowed all of the data to appear on the graph. Perhaps now I'd like to do some analysis, and so maybe I want to know what the maximum temperature was for this run. So I could come here and hit Analyze, and I'll do some statistics. Click on Temperature, and it turns out that it is 27.7, is as warm as it got for this run. So why use probeware? Well, one, you are doing science the way scientists do science. They allow computer-driven devices to make measurements with sensors, and then they analyze the data. And research about this has shown that students who use these tools do better on standardized tests. There has been research where somebody used a motion detector, and they had some students do graphs manually, and so there was a time lag between the time that they actually collected the data and the time that they viewed the graph, while other students actually viewed real-time data from there, and the students who viewed the real-time data did better on assessments. For more information about probeware and student achievement, we have a white paper, and if you would like a copy, you may send an email to info@vernier.com, and we will gladly send you one.